Here's your full guide to the Apex Fish update. So quickly starting off with the shop, we have a new featured rod. It's called the Superstar Rod and it is from Walmart. Not entirely sure what that means exactly, but it's there. It doesn't look like we have any new bows, at least when I'm filming this, as well as we have some new rod skins and some new limited time bobbers. Now for the main part of this update, it's going to be global fish pools. This is kind of a unique aspect in terms of their events that they be doing. So this can spawn in both C1 and 2. So starting off with C1, you're going to be able to catch the moss lurker. Essentially every hour an apex fish will spawn in C1 or C2. All of the fish have a limited quantity globally. So for the example here, it's 500. That means only 500 can be caught across all servers. Whenever you catch them, they will have a special exclamation mark effect as well as a custom minigame effect. However, these weren't available in the testing server when I was filming this, so I can't show you those. Here's what it looks like when one of them spawn in. It's going to tell you the location that is spawned around. So you just head over to that location and then you're going to notice the giant bar saying how much fish are left and then the fish swimming around. And then you can just simply fish inside of this area here to get the fish until the event disappears. New servers that are created will not have the global pool, by the way. So if you leave and create a new private server, then it's just not going to be there. But it doesn't really matter anyway because it is a global fish, so there's no need to do that. Here's what it looks like actually catching the fish here. I was using the developer's rod, so there wasn't really much you could see. It was pretty quick, but that's what it looks like essentially. And then if I head over to C2, you can see that this is what that event looks like. It spawned near Pine Shoals, and this one is the Apex Leviathan. So here's what that looks like to catch. I used the level 2500 rod for this, which by the way, if you are curious, the best bait for both of these things is going to be the shark heads. That is its preferred bait. Yeah, there is what both of those fish look like. So remember, these are a global event, so if there's a lot of people playing this update, it's actually going to be quite hard to catch these because they spawn one time per hour. They're going to get caught and taken up pretty quickly, so if you want one, make sure to get it quickly. Next up, we have potions. So in this update, you can actually craft and get different potions. So to start, you have to go to C2 and head over to Azure Lagoon. There's going to be an NPC called the Witch that you can only get during the Blue Moon event. In the testing server, it's not winter, so I actually can't spawn a Blue Moon. We're just going to go over the wiki for this part. As you can see, we have the new brewing section. It's a mechanic that allows the player to create potions to either boost fishing stats or provide unique effects. Brewing is conducted at a cauldron located inside of the Blue Moon cave at either Snowcap Island or Lush Grove. It can be crafted by selecting a specific recipe in the cauldron menu, placing the ingredients on the adjacent pedestals. Each potion has a specific range of ingredients which can be provided, and using rare ingredients will result in a higher tier of potion. There's currently 4 potions inside the game. You can see we have the all season potion, then we also have the luck potion, the glitch potion, as well as the lore speed potion. So starting off with the all season potion, it only has 1 tier and it's going to take 6 hours of brewing time. The effect is it removes the luck debuff applied to fish that prefer different seasons. It can only be brewed directly after a season change and a 20% chance to become available. Here are all of the possible ingredients that it takes to craft this. Next we have the luck potion. So there's going to be 3 tiers to this. Tier 1 lasts 1 minute, tier 2 lasts 5 minutes, and tier 3 lasts 10 minutes. Tier 1 is going to give you a 50% luck boost, tier 2 is going to give you a 75% luck boost, and tier 3 is going to give you a 100% luck boost. And here's what type of fish can craft the luck potion. Then we have the glitch potion, which only has 1 tier. Its brewing time is 3 hours and it duplicates all caught fish for a 5-minute duration. That's actually pretty OP sounding. And here is how you can craft it with all of these different fish. And finally, the lore speed potion, which comes in 3 different tiers. The brewing time is taking 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes, like the luck potion. And tier 1 is going to have a 30% lore speed boost. Tier 2 is going to have a 50%, and tier 3 is going to have a 70% lore boost. And then here is all of the different fish you can use to craft that as well. Yeah, we have potions in the game, which is actually a pretty big change. It can actually change the meta a lot because instead of just going for a good fishing rod and bait, now you have to go for a good fishing rod, bait, and potions if you want to really maximize and utilize your time efficiently. Also with this update, they did a bunch of bug fixes and everything like that, so I figured I'd just go over it really quickly. Yeah, there's all the different bug fixes that they have popped up on the screen there. And that's essentially all there is to this update. So it's essentially just a tiny little update. Hopefully give some of the people who still play fish something to do other than just the typical like shark events and things like that. Yeah, if you're new around here, make sure to drop a sub to the channel, join my Discord. It's the first link in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.